I admit, driving just isn't as much fun as it used to be. Our highways are crowded with really bad drivers, and the stop-and-go nature of commuting could be performed by a monkey. And for those reasons, I fell in love with Cadillac's Super Cruise system years ago when I first tested it on the now discontinued CT6. But with the arrival of this all-new Escalade, also comes a new version of Super Cruise, proving to be the ultimate antidote to stressful driving. When I first drove this top-of-the-line Escalade Platinum Sport last fall, I was blown away by how it had evolved into a legitimately modern luxury SUV. But at that point, Super Cruise wasn't quite ready. So now I've got another quick spin in the exact same model, but this time one that includes the cutting-edge hands-free driving tech. Like I said, I first experienced Super Cruise on the 2018 CT6, and I immediately fell in love with it. I mean, all of a sudden, I was on the highway actually getting to enjoy my surroundings and being able to focus more on conversation with my passengers. The tailgater, the aggressive driver, the other jerks on the road, no concern of mine. Now, I literally drove that car over 50 miles from Albany to Lake George completely hands-free and arrived at my destination refreshed and relaxed. And now here we are 3 years later, and Super Cruise has made its way over to the all-new Escalade. And it's only a $2,500 option, which makes it an absolute no-brainer. Now, unfortunately, if you ran out and got one of these Escalades when they first went on sale last summer, you missed out because it wasn't available then. Now, it is free for the first 3 years of ownership, at which point Cadillac is going to start charging you a connectivity fee to keep it active and updated. But I suppose you can just add that to your list of subscription mania. Now, you won't hear Cadillac using the term self-driving. Those are my words. But as long as you're on one of the mapped limited access highways Cadillac has programmed into the system, over 200,000 miles of them, you're mostly good to go. And I say mostly because there are some caveats, and I've experienced them this week on parts of I-87 and I-90 here in Albany. According to Super Cruise's lead engineer, it may be caused by recent construction in the area or maps that haven't been updated to current conditions. But there have been times when driving within city limits that Super Cruise wasn't available. It's super easy to use though. If you can set cruise control on your car, then you can do this. And when the steering wheel lights green, you know you're good to go, and the hands can come off. This updated version also better mimics a more realistic driving style, and it's near perfect in its execution. Look away for too long, and there are all sorts of warnings to get you to refocus. The biggest upgrade to Super Cruise is that it will now perform lane changes for you automatically when directed. Now, this is a feature I first experienced in a Mercedes-Benz about 5 years ago. But ironically, Cadillac is the only mainstream automaker to offer this level of autonomous driving during that time period. Its competitors are now just beginning to catch up. But the key for GM now is to finally spread this technology throughout their entire portfolio of brands. Because it's one thing to offer it on a six-figure Escalade, but a complete game changer if they can do it on a $30,000 Chevy. And GM says they'll have this option in 22 vehicles by the year 2023. The cost, $25 per month after the free trial expires. For TestDriveNow.com, I'm Steve Hammis.